How can a weapon with no explosion stop a flying target? No missile launches, no cannon fires, no smoke trail cuts across the sky, yet the drone still goes down. This is the strange moment near Iran. The USS Boxer is moving through tense waters. Above the sea, an Iranian drone closes in. It is small. It is fast enough, and it is close enough to matter. On a normal battlefield, this looks simple. A threat appears. A ship locks on. A missile leaves the launcher. The target disappears in a fireball, but that is not what happens here. The Boxer does not answer with fire. It does not light up the sky. It does not fill the air with shrapnel. Instead, it uses something invisible, a force you cannot see, a force you cannot hear, a force that attacks the drone's connection. This is electronic warfare, and it changes everything, because a drone is not just wings and motors. It is also signals, commands, navigation, data links. A small flying machine needs all of them. Cut those links, and the drone becomes blind. Jam the signal, and it becomes confused. Break the connection, and the mission begins to collapse. So here's the real question. If there was no blast, what actually hit it? If no round left the barrel, where was the shot fired from? And if the drone was never blown apart, how was it defeated? The answer sits inside the invisible battlefield, a battlefield made of radio waves, a battlefield made of interference, a battlefield where the strongest weapon is silence. This brings us to the next question. How does a massive American warship decide that a tiny drone has crossed the line? And what happens in the final seconds before it fires without firing? That is where the real clock starts ticking. The drone is still in the air. The Boxer is still moving. And now every system on the ship has a job. Watch the sky, track the motion, measure the distance. Decide if this tiny machine is just watching or closing in. From the deck, the drone looks almost harmless. It is not a fighter jet. It is not a missile. It does not carry the weight of a warship. It is just a small object above the water. But in modern naval warfare, size can be misleading. A small drone can spot targets. It can send back video. It can test defenses. It can force a massive ship to react. That is the first strange part. One side is a giant American warship. The other side is a small Iranian drone. One is packed with sensors, radios, weapons, and command systems. The other is light, cheap, and hard to read. But the small machine still changes the mood on board. It wakes up the ship. The radar begins watching the airspace. The surveillance systems follow the movement. Operators study the track. Is it turning away? Is it holding course? Is it getting closer? Every update matters now. The ship is not reacting to fear. It is reacting to data. A heading, a speed, a distance. Pattern. This is how modern combat begins. Not with flames, not with explosions, not with warning shots across the water. It begins with a mark on a screen, a small return, a moving symbol, a track that keeps coming closer. And once that track appears, the ship must start asking questions. What is it? Who controls it? What is it seeing? Is it sending information back? Is it trying to provoke a response? Or is it testing how close it can get? These are not slow questions. They are fast questions. They unfold in seconds. The Boxer continues moving through tense waters. The drone keeps closing the gap. The crew cannot simply ignore it. A drone near a warship is never just a drone. It is a sensor. It is a signal node. It is a possible scout. And in the wrong moment, it can become something more serious. So the ship watches. Then it evaluates. Then it prepares. This is the escalation ladder. First comes detection, then tracking, then identification, then the warning zone, then the decision point. Each step raises the pressure. Each second makes the next choice heavier. But here is the problem. Traditional defense is loud. It is visible. It is expensive. A missile launch is a major action. A cannon burst creates risk. Even a close-in weapon system fills the air with metal. That may stop the drone. But it also announces the response to everyone nearby. So the commanders face a strange equation. If they wait too long, the drone may get too close. If they fire too early, they create escalation. If they use a missile, they spend a costly weapon. If they use a gun, they create a physical engagement. But if they do nothing, the drone keeps coming. That's why this moment matters. The target is small, but the decision is large. The drone does not need to destroy the ship. It only needs to force the ship into a bad choice. Spend too much. React too visibly. Reveal too much. Or allow it to keep watching. Now the systems on board start narrowing the options. The radar track stays active. The visual systems keep searching. The electronic picture begins to matter. What signals are present? What links might be controlling it? What data might it be sending? The ship is not only looking at the drone, it is listening to the invisible space around it. This is the part most people never see. The air around a warship is crowded. Radios are talking. Sensors are scanning. Data links are moving information. Navigation signals are filling the sky. The drone lives inside that invisible environment. It depends on it, and that dependence becomes a weakness. The drone is still approaching. The distance keeps shrinking. The crew now has to choose a response. The obvious options are easy to picture. A missile streaks upward, a gun turns and fires, a burst of rounds fills the air. But the Boxer has another layer, a quieter layer. A layer built for the invisible fight. No launcher opens, no barrel swings into view. No rocket motor ignites. The ship does not light up the sky. Instead, it begins to act inside the spectrum. The response moves through energy, not metal. Through interference, not impact. Through signals, not shrapnel. At first, nothing dramatic seems to happen. The drone is still there. The sea is still calm. The ship still looks steady. But the battle has already shifted. But it is no longer about hitting the drone's body. It is about attacking the connections that make it useful. The drone needs to know where it is. It needs to hold its path. It may need to receive commands. It may need to send information back. It may need to maintain a stable link. Break one layer and the system struggles. Break enough layers and the machine loses purpose. That is when the invisible pressure begins to show. The drone's behavior can change. Path can become unstable. Its link can weaken. Its mission can collapse. It may no longer respond the same way. It may no longer understand the same instructions. It may still be in the air, but it is no longer fully in control. And that is the eerie part. There is no giant explosion, no dramatic fireball, no visible blast wave. The ship does not fire in the traditional sense. But the target is still being neutralized. The fight is happening in silence. No missile, no cannon, no smoke, no sound. Yet the drone begins to lose the thing it needs most: connection. So now we reach the real mystery. What actually happens inside that invisible space? How can a warship attack a drone without touching it? And why can cutting a signal be just as powerful as firing a weapon? Now comes the secret behind the invisible shot. A drone may look like one flying object, but inside, it is really a chain of systems. It needs position, it needs direction, it needs a control link, it needs stable flight commands. It may need a data path back. Remove enough of those pieces and the drone changes. It is no longer a scout. It is no longer a useful sensor. It becomes a flying machine without a clear mission. That is the key twist. To defeat a drone, you do not always break its body. You do not always hit the wing. You do not always destroy the motor. Sometimes, you attack what lets it understand the world. You attack the signals. You attack the link. You attack the invisible nervous system that keeps it alive. Think of the drone like a flying eye. The camera may still work. The frame may still be intact. The propellers may still spin. But if the eye cannot send what it sees, it loses value. If it cannot hear commands, it loses control. If it cannot trust its position, it loses direction. The machine may still be airborne, but its purpose starts collapsing. This is why electronic warfare is so powerful. It does not need to punch through armor. It does not need to chase the drone through the sky. It works inside the electromagnetic spectrum. That is the invisible space around the ship. It is filled with radio energy, navigation signals, control links, and data paths. The drone depends on that space. The warship can fight inside that space. So how does it work? At the simplest level, the system looks for the drone's electronic lifelines. It studies the signal environment. It searches for the channels that matter. It may focus on the command link. It may target the data link. It may interfere with navigation support. The goal is not always destruction. The goal is disruption. Once that disruption begins, the drone faces a problem. Its world becomes noisy, its commands become weaker, its data becomes unreliable. The link to its operator may fade. The path it was following may no longer feel clear. The drone is still flying, but now it is flying through confusion. This is not magic. It is control. A normal weapon attacks mass. Electronic warfare attacks information. A missile strikes a target's body. A jammer strikes the target's understanding. One creates impact. The other creates uncertainty. And uncertainty is dangerous for a machine that depends on constant data. Now watch what happens inside the chain. The drone tries to hold course, but the signal environment changes. It tries to maintain its link, but the connection weakens. It tries to continue its mission, but the instructions become harder to trust. It may drift, it may turn away, it may enter a safety mode, it may lose control entirely. This is the strange part. From the outside, nothing dramatic has happened yet. The drone is not burning, it is not falling in pieces. There is no blast wave. But inside its control system, the situation is changing fast. The mission is being squeezed. The link is being cut. The machine is becoming isolated. And that creates the central question. If the drone can no longer hear commands, what does it do next? Does it keep flying forward? Does it turn back? Does it freeze into a programmed response? Or does it simply fail to continue? The answer depends on the drone. But the danger is already reduced. The drone is no longer acting freely. This is where cost becomes important. A drone can be cheap. A warship is not. A drone can force $1 billion system to react. That is the whole problem. If every small drone demands an expensive missile, the math becomes brutal. The defender wins the shot but loses the price game. A missile may cost far more than the drone. A gun burst may create risk nearby. A visible launch can raise tensions, but electronic warfare changes the equation. It lets the ship answer with energy. It lets the ship fight the connection. It can neutralize the threat without always creating a dramatic explosion. That is why this looks so different. It is not the old image of naval power. No giant shell leaves the barrel. No missile door swings open. No rocket burns into the clouds. The weapon is quiet. The target is still there. But the connection is under pressure. And in modern warfare, connection can be everything. This is also why not firing can be more impressive. A fired weapon announces itself. Everyone can see it. Everyone can track it. Everyone understands the moment of impact. But electronic warfare leaves fewer visible clues. The fight happens in a space most people cannot see. The result appears before the process is obvious. 1 second, the drone is approaching. The next, it is struggling. 1 second, it is part of a mission. The next, it is cut off. There is no fireball to explain it. There is no smoke trail to follow. The evidence is behavior. The target changes. The mission breaks. The drone goes silent. That is the real power of the invisible shot. It does not need spectacle. It creates an outcome. It does not need noise. It creates control. It does not need to destroy everything. It only needs to remove the thing that makes the drone useful. But this raises a much larger problem. What happens when it is not one drone? What happens when the sky has 5? Or 10, or an entire swarm? One drone is a test. A group of drones is pressure. A swarm becomes a system-level challenge. Each drone may fly a different path. Each one may carry different signals. Each one may force the ship to decide quickly. Which one is closest? Which one is watching? Which one is controlled? Which one is autonomous? Which one matters most right now? Now the invisible battlefield becomes crowded. The ship must track bodies in the air. It must also read the signals around them. It must decide what to jam, what to monitor, what to ignore, and when to shift to another defense layer. That is the future this moment points toward. Warships will still need missiles. They will still need guns. They will still need radar. But the first fight may happen before anything fires. It may happen in the spectrum. It may happen in data. It may happen in the thin, invisible space between command and machine. So the USS Boxer moment matters for one reason. It shows a new kind of naval defense. Not louder, not brighter, not more explosive. Just smarter, quieter, and harder to see. Because the next battlefield may not begin with fire. It may begin when one side makes the other go blind. Well, it comes back to one simple image. A drone approaches a warship. No missile launches, no cannon fires. No explosion fills the sky, but the target is still disabled. That is the new shape of modern conflict. The most important action may be the one nobody sees. For decades, naval power looked physical. Bigger ships, larger guns, faster missiles, longer range, more firepower. But now the contest is changing. The battle is also about signals, data, sensors, timing, and the ability to decide faster than the machine approaching you. Today, it is one drone near one ship. Tomorrow, it may be several drones at once. After that, it may be coordinated swarms. Some may watch, some may probe, some may distract, some may force the ship to reveal its defenses, and each one creates another decision. That is where the invisible battlefield becomes dangerous. Every radar pulse matters. Every data link matters. Every command signal matters. Every navigation input can become a target. The goal is no longer just to destroy the machine. The goal is to control what the machine knows. This is why the USS Boxer moment matters. It shows a future where defense begins before firing. A future where a warship can answer a drone with silence. A future where the first shot may not be metal. It may be interference. It may be deception. It may be a broken connection. And this raises the ultimate question. If one ship can stop one drone without firing, what happens next? What happens when both sides can do this? What happens when every drone, radar, and sensor is fighting for connection? The warship may still sit quietly on the water. The sea may look calm. The sky may look empty. But around it, another battle is already moving. It is silent. It is invisible. And the moment a target disappears from control, you know the shot has already landed.